Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN TV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
The entire Ijaw worldwide and particularly in Delta State will vote Oborevwori as the sole candidate of PDP. And he is seconded by the other Ijaw son. Those of you who support, say aye.
The desire of the Ijaw people is to ensure that their son take over the mantle of leadership in Delta State because they want the Ijaw terrain to be developed. And when that doesn't happen, Sheriff became the candidate of the PDP. And the Ijaw people begin to check, and they found that the same trait they had in their children, the same Ijaw agenda that they wanted their children to anchor, to develop a Ijaw nation, they found that trait in Sheriff. The Ijaw people became convinced that Sheriff Oborevwori will develop a Ijaw nation. Ijaw people became convinced that Sheriff Oborevwori is a man of the people. Ijaw people come to find out that we were just fighting ourselves. That this one that is a Guber candidate of the party can do better for a Ijaw nation. As at then, the Ijaw nation has to come together and to see that yes, 3 of our children contested and it was like a fight. And it will be unwise if we don't come together to declare our single position for Sheriff Oborevwori so that the things we desire can be presented to him to develop a Ijaw nation. And hence, actually, a Ijaw nation came together. No one is remaining. It was a 2-day program. First of all, the Ijaw political leaders met at the abode of our Ijaw leader, Alawi Brother Bozimo. And we came together, we reasoned together, and we see a reason for Ijaws to take a position, not to be in the back seat. We see a reason for Ijaws not to sit back, not to play a major role, not to play an individual role, but to play a major role. In that regard, the decision was taken in this place that the Ijaw people should not sit back but to take a position to support Sheriff Oborevwori. A committee was set up, and I was privileged to be the secretary of that unveiling committee, where Wing Commander retired P.W. Bekbara was the chairman of the unveiling committee. And we shifted into action, and a 2-day program was organized. The first was for the Ijaw political leaders to engage the Ijaw traditional rulers, to tell them that we are the political players of the game. We have checked and we have found that the developmental stride, those things Ijaw need, we have seen in the body that Sheriff is going to do those things for us. So they should give us their blessing. They should give Sheriff Oborevwori their blessing. They should allow us to go openly and declare Sheriff as the sole candidate of the Ijaw nation. And we had the blessings of the 12 Ijaw traditional rulers in Delta State. They gave us their mandate and they blessed us. So on that particular day in Wellington Hotel, the Ijaw nation gathered, my brother. Ijaw nation gathered. Why did I say Ijaw nation gathered? That the Delta PDP Ijaws is made up of 90% of the total population of Ijaw people in Delta State. 90% of the total population of Ijaw people in Delta State are PDP. And therefore, if the Delta Ijaw PDP is speaking, it is Delta Ijaw that is speaking. And we'll gather together in that day. Who and who in Ijaw nation were there? Are you talking of Ijaw Elders Council headed by Chief Baretolo? Are you talking about political leaders in the various states? Ijaw nation gathered to his brim. And on that day, Sheriff was unanimously, a motion was moved. Sheriff was unanimously endorsed, unveiled as the sole candidate of Ijaw nation. So Ijaws have spoken. immediately after that endorsement, yes, we had 3 of our children who contested. The President, Deputy Governor, Barrister Kingsley Otuaro, you have Honorable Brad Zongozi, and we have our leader, Senator James Manager, who also contested with them. And yes, in that hall, they were there. They have come to see, all these 3 persons met on 2 are children of Ijaw nation. They have come to see and believe that Ijaw nation have spoken. And you can remember, immediately after that unveiling was Burutu local government campaign. And in that Burutu campaign, you saw Barrister Kingsley Otuaro coming up to the podium after Ijaws have declared Serif as a sole candidate to come and declare his unalloyed support for Serif. He said, Ijaw nation have spoken. I am standing with Serif Oborevwori. Immediately after him on the same podium, Brad Zongozi, who was also a Guber aspirant that contested with Serif, also come to declare his unalloyed support for Serif Oborevwori. That was 2 out of 3. And you can see the positive impact, effect of the soul of endorsing Serif Oborevwori as the Guber candidate. And just few days or few hours ago, you can see it by yourself. Ijaws have spoken. And there's no single Ijaw man that is bigger than Ijaw nation. Our leader, he has never taken side. This manager is the pioneer chairman of PDP in Delta State. This manager has never left PDP. He has never left PDP. Yes, he contested the election. He must have had his first misfeelings at the first instance. But I told them, in all these campaigns, this manager followers have been moving with us. They have been campaigning with us. So this manager has never come up anywhere to say it's not supporting Serif Oborevwori. Yes, as a person, he might have his personal engagement that must have made him to stay away all this while. But however, he has come up again today, and the whole world has seen he has come up to us, endorse and throw his support behind Serif Oborevwori. And you can now see what the endorsement has come to do. That it is after this endorsement, all these things are coming to power. And in all the Ijaw communities, they are coming together that this is the voice of Ijaw nation, that the position of the Ijaw people is Serif Oborevwori. And to tell you that the unveiling committee is a standing committee. There are other committees, and in the next few days, you have seen that committees have been set up to go to the various wards, to the various communities, to tell those at the village level that this is a position of the Ijaw people. That it is when we vote Serif Oborevwori that Ijaws will develop. That we should not miss. And Ijaw monitoring committees, Ijaw vote monitoring committees have been set up. And all these things in the next few days will be unveiled. And so it is a glamour, it is a jubilation to Ijaw nation that we have come to queue behind Serif Oborevwori. So our votes will go in bulk for him, and no one will deceive us. No meaningful Ijaw man has left PDP. Hence, we are enjoying massive influx of people coming into the party from the APC. Yes, from your question, I can hear from the Isoko, from the Robo Nations, some people are decamping to APC and all the rest. It's because of their selfish interest and personal aggrandizement. I don't know in this state Delta if there's anybody that is going to PDP. And I tell you, mark my words, in the next few days, all of them will find their way back to PDP. They will have no effect. You can see the massive support Serif Oborevwori will have. Mention the name, even to the child inside, even to the fetus inside the womb, is Serif Oborevwori. This massive support that he has, this massive applaud that the man has, and you see someone decamping to another party, it has no single effect. I sympathize with Elder Gozoru. I sympathize with him seriously. He's an elder brother, he's a father, he's a respected son of Ijaw nation. But on this contest, I sympathize with him, and I think it's a very silly mistake that he will live to regret in the entirety of his life and his generation. It will have no effect. Orube came from a community called Ogbagbene, and that Ogbagbene is not even up to a word. And you can see, we were also careful to select our DG from Burutu. And the entire Deltas know in Burutu politics. If you talk about Fungokeme Solomon and Oborevwori, I will leave the contest for the day that Oborevwori will not even have a single vote in his unit. it has no effect. And he cannot gather his job people to tell them that this is where we should go. He can't, and he has not, because he knows the Ijaw people have spoken, and Ijaw people did not speak twice. Ijaw means truth, and the truth has been told that it is Sheriff Oborevwori.
Inside the Niger Delta,